Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a giant electric mullet.
We need a sound effect.
Lightning, yeah. Well, that's way in the future. All right, kids. The future of 1997. All right, kids. Welcome back to another episode of Electric Mullet. The band's back together. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is Superman's #1 fan. It is Mr. Tyler Patrick.
I know. Ironically, I'm not wearing my Superman shirt today. I'm wearing my festive Star Wars TIE Fighter Rudolph.
Oh, nice. Oh, I love that.
So I had that on today.
Very cool.
But I'm here, guys. I'm here.
And the returning Owl of Steel himself, Justin.
That's right. Swooping back into Metropolis.
All right. So, yes, this time we're going to talk Adventures of Superman 432 through 434, featuring the first appearance of Gangbuster.
Yes.
Although, quickly before we begin, Justin, going through your old audio, I uncovered quite a controversial line. Would you like to defend this, sir?
Boo, long-haired Superman, boo.
I never said I was a fan of long-haired Superman, though. I don't have that on record.
He's just talking about the hair. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
He's not talking about the character. He's just like, he don't like that. That's such a stylistic
I just don't
choice.
like the hair. Yeah.
Oh, you superficial bitch.
I want to see Superman with the reverse mullet.
Oh.
With the party in the front?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's going to be the Bizarro. The Bizarro mullet Superman.
They did a Bizarro during that era. They should have did that. Oh.
Missed opportunity.
Exactly. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been fun to see Bizarro with a mullet. Oh.
Party in the front and the back.
But we're still a ways away from there, kids. We gotta get through everything, and then the death, and then to the mullet.
Yes. The mullet's still a ways away. But no, I never said I was a fan of the long-haired look.
What numbers are we
very
on?
happy
My
with that.
thing's not pulling it up.
Adventures of Superman 432, 433, and 434.
There we go. For some reason, it was not picking back up where I left off. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes
it's
the DC
weird.
app kind of gets wiggy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I logged in and it said I just read the Halloween issue. I haven't read the Halloween issue. I'm like, it's just randomly picking crap for me.
You think somebody's on your account?
Uh-oh.
I mean, I don't care, but just read better stuff in that Halloween issue. It sucked. I read it years ago. I hated it.
Oh my. I meant to say it's me and Tyler and
It's me, your old pal, the owl.
Drunken Owl. All right. Yeah, this is going to be fun, Tyler. I said for these 3 issues, we got the old one-sentence synopses for all of them. So
Great.
I know. All right. So let's start with Adventures of Superman 432 Gangwar Part 1. From the streets to the streets. September 1987. Writer Marv Wolfman. I think this is his last arc on here, on this book.
I think you're right.
As the regular writer, I believe. Writer Marv Wolfman, penciler Jerry Ordway, inker P. Craig Russell, colorist Anthony Tullen, letterer Albert de Guzman, and editor Mike Carlin. Yeah, because I think, was that you and me talking about this last time, Tyler? Or maybe it was you and me, Justin, the time before. But I think after this, they give Byrne this book too, because Action Comics is going to go weekly here soon, and it's be a bunch of short. It's going to be like an anthology for a while.
They're like, hey, Byrne, we know how much you love all this.
Yeah, you're having such a great time.
Byrne. All right, here is your detailed synopsis. Superman and Jose try to stop a gang war.
Oh,
Sweet.
nice.
Good job, Jose.
Yeah.
And Jose.
Great synopsis. Yeah.
I'm on Jose's side.
It's actually all.
Yeah.
It's actually all of nine words. You know, it's not like they did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's the whole 9 words.
There we go.
Well, though, if you read that, you're like, who's Jose?
Obviously, he's a Spanish guy helping Superman.
I hope.
Jeez.
I hope he's a Spanish guy. Cultural appropriation is not appreciated here.
Maybe he just is a guy trying to do the right thing.
Or he's just a guy who likes to hear "no way."
Well, they even have the conversation with Jose when they find out Jerry's been living with him. The dude says, "You're Jerry's guidance counselor, Mr. Delgado. You always take in runaways to live with you." And Jose says, "I try to help these kids. That's all I do." I have to make that clarification there.
So were they kind of like trying to hint at funny business going on here? Or?
Well, maybe a little bit, yeah.
I will not accept that in my comics.
Yeah, they had to put him on that date with Lois to quash that for good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, this whole thing starts with a fire and suicide slum, and it's suicide slum, so the fire department's not getting here right away.
Yeah.
They take their time.
Yeah, they've got donuts to eat.
Oh. So yeah, Lois rushes into the building, and
What's wrong with donuts?
Oh.
Justin, why are you hating on donuts?
Nothing. Those Metropolis donuts are the best.
Hey, all I know is that I work between, like, where my work is between two amazing, like, a local really amazing bakery and then Dunkin' Donuts.
Man.
So Sayla's. So every time I say Sayla, where does Daddy work? Between Dunkin' Donuts and New Systems Bakery. I'm like, all right, that's where.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Local
what
landmarks.
he's like, donuts, Daddy. I'm like, all right, okay.
No, I'm definitely a fan of donuts.
And not to sound like the 1950s here too much, but Justin the Owl, you're not a communist, are you? First you're hating on mullets, now you're hating on donuts. I mean, how important American can you get, sir?
Well, for the record, I love the dude's magenta mohawk in the subway in this issue.
Oh, that'd be a sweet bakery name, Mullet Muffins.
Mullet muffins.
Gotta go for the alliteration, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
But yeah, it wouldn't be a 1980s street punk gang without some dude having a magenta mohawk, or maybe bright green. Like one of those two colors had to be represented in the hair.
oh, that'd be so funny, yeah, because Lex starts taking in these gang members. How funny would that be if, like, you know, they're hardcore and then Lex gets a hold of them and they come out and then it's like, you're a jet.
Speaking of Lex, so yesterday we recorded an episode of Krypton Report and we were talking about the Lex Luthor, and I was like, gosh, I said to Gina, this is such a weird juxtaposition of Lex reading this where it's like a softer Lex compared to what Phil and I just talked about with like the really evil misogynistic
Like
Lex
the backup
Luthor.
from Superman 9 and stuff. And
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, guys, it's like two completely different characters. I was like, it was so
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, that
Like,
backup
all the
in
comics-
Superman 9 where he plays the mind games with that girl in the
Yeah.
diner or whatever, like that's so weird. Yeah.
All the comics now are trying to like soften Lex and everything. I'm like, and back in the 80s, they just gave us good old villains. Like, you
Yeah.
hated them.
Yeah, they leaned really hard into the fact that he was a nasty piece of work. Yeah.
I mean, I get sometimes some villains you can give them like a tragic backstory, but again, I will iterate this again. It's like some villains don't need a tragic backstory; they just need to be a dick for the sake of being a dick. You know?
Exactly.
Because there's people that don't have a tragic backstory that are just
No, there's people who probably
Yeah.
have like a decent childhood and everything, and they still grow up to be horrible. Yeah.
And they make the best villains. They make the best villains because they're just nasty people.
It's all about the choices that we make.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, is Lex Luthor a good person?
I don't think so.
But but yeah, I mean, this first one opens with Lois and a masked figure who we later learn is Jose Delgado. Yeah,
Mhm.
rescuing these kids from this burning building,
Gangbuster, year 1.
and then as Lois is like the last one out, she like kind of jumps from the building, and Superman catches her.
Mhm.
Oh, this is so weird though, because it's like because he catches her, coming out of this burning building, and he says, "Oh, he heard Jimmy's watch." He's like, "Oh," he says, "Good thing I was just finished up with the Joker," which I assume is referring to Superman
Oh,
9. But I'm like,
yeah.
wasn't Lois there? Because didn't he kidnap her, Lois, and Jimmy?
Right. Yeah.
So,
Oops.
I just left you as Joker's hostage so I could catch you falling out of a burning building. So she's Superman. Okay.
Lois is looking at Superman like, you
Yeah,
need a day
yes,
off.
yes, officer. I'll give you a full report about how I was kidnapped by the Joker, but I got to make this date with Jose Delgado. See ya.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we get the old, Superman puts the fire out with the water tower.
That's how you do it, dude.
That's right. That's what they're there for.
And then look, we caught one of these mugs. See, it's Perry White's son. See,
Mm.
I love it. Sweet. I guess technically he's Perry White Jr. He's like, no, don't call me Perry. Call me Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah. Junior Perry. Jerry. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to be called Perry. See, call me Jerry.
Yeah. He's chain smoking right in front of his dad. Where'd I go wrong?
In front of the police. Hey, Superman. See?
Stubs a cigarette on Superman's chest.
Yeah. When they're like,
So I think he used Superman.
take him back to Jose. Who's changing because, again, he was just in the middle of a fire.
You know. Smoke clings to clothing.
And then next we see Lex kind of, telling the press how he's going to help all these street kids.
Help him, all right.
Lois and Clark giving him the old double team. Clark asking, well, that was your tenement that burned down, right? And then
Yeah.
Lois, why these kids, Luthor? Why now?
Nice.
It's true.
Hitting him with the old one, too. I love it.
And again, it's going to come back, but we haven't mentioned for a while that Lex is like providing Lois's mom with treatments to keep her alive. It's been a while.
Yeah. When do they go back to that?
I forget. It's a.
They just wanted to make us forget.
Mm.
I feel like
I think it was a weird transition because like when Byrne leaves, and then I think the rest of them, when the new teams come in, they're kind of figure out what they want to pick back up and what they want to, not do again.
Right.
I think that's always interesting about when people change and take over titles. Like, there's something I won't say, but like when a new writer is going to come onto Action Comics here soon, there's a certain thread that I'm curious if it's going to get dropped in the comics or not.
Okay. Yeah. Especially when people like create like new supporting characters, and they're like, okay, are these is this supporting character or characters going to last to the next writer and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. Or are they just there to get killed off in some big climactic story?
Or it's even worse. Sometimes they'll just drop them, and it's like they're not mentioned, and it's like okay. But yeah, we should, like talking about helping these kids. Meanwhile, his people are out there just basically like roughing up these kids and bringing them in.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Lex is basically training these teen gangs to be like his soldiers.
Training them how to fight and shoot and stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I said, we had forgotten about Lex for a while, but man, between last week and this week, man, he's back with a vengeance.
Yeah. He's pulling some major strings here.
And these gangs, what are they trying to rob these people in this subway?
Yeah.
Oh, the cops can't catch us.
Not on the subway. They don't dare to come down to the subway, I guess. There's the magenta mohawk I was talking about.
It's the 80s. Come on.
I know. They were everywhere.
I know. And then, of course, oh, Jerry White, you're involved again? He's like, no, I was just riding the train. You can't prove nothing, see? Oh, my Lord. Again, privileged kid. Besides, my dad will get me some high-priced lawyer, and I'll be out.
Mm.
He literally says,
Yeah, what a punk, huh?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Almost like he has some bad genetics. I will get there.
Yeah.
Superman shows up and Lex is like, you can make an appointment with my secretary. I'm sure I can fit you in before the end of next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, Superman's like, yeah, these guns were manufactured by LexCorp.
Of course they were.
Yeah, and they were used by the same gang you took in your little tax dodge scam to rehabilitate. But yeah, Lex is like, no, these were all reported stolen.
He's covered all of his tracks, of course.
But then Jose's meeting with one of the gangs, and Lois followed him.
Yeah, accidentally drops her shoe and right in the middle of them. I was like, oh, Lois, come on now.
Throwing a snake out in high heels. But yeah,
Jose getting beat up.
oh yeah.
I felt bad for him. I was like, yikes.
Once again, the oldie's telling these kids they need to straighten up, and the kids are like, "What? What? Flip burgers for minimum wage?"
Yeah. We're not going to work at McDonald's. Start beating the hell out of him.
It always makes me think about that Chappelle skit where he works at Whack Arnold's.
Oh, yeah.
And like he's coming home and everyone's like acting like it's like the greatest thing ever. Like Calvin got himself a job. And he's like he's the greatest ever because he works at Whack Arnold's.
Yeah. Then he gets roughed up and they steal his money.
So that's kind of just sounds like thinking about like.
Oh my god, that's what we have. Oh my god, that's what we have to do. Maybe talk to. We'll do a Salty and Petty episode. We'll have everyone on, and we'll just talk to Chappelle Show.
Yes, I'd be up for that.
Chappelle Show.
Definitely.
All right, and then once again, fire. They set
fire breaks out again.
There's like a warehouse on fire.
That's the theme for the issue. Apparently, is buildings on fire, and this time Superman uses some carpet to smother the flames.
Yes,
a little bit different this time. He doesn't grab the water tower, so at least there's that. Yeah.
And of course, it's an 80s story, and they leave someone to burn. So, of course, they have to say, "See you in hell, Delgado."
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course.
But yeah, Superman and the fire department put out this fire. But yeah, of course, these punks don't want to talk because, of course, they're more scared of Lex.
Duh.
And Jose's being rushed off to the hospital.
Yes, but they say
bad
he's recovered
injuries.
a few days. Yep. And Lex standing there thinking, by next month, I will have all the gangs in Metropolis working for me and creating havoc for Superman and his like. All right, so yeah, thoughts on this issue?
Love this one. I love the art in this one. The inks from P. Craig Russell with the pencils from Jerry Ordway, a great little combination. I'd forgotten how good that was.
I feel like it's a really great start of an arc.
Yeah.
Like it sets some things up. You don't really get your beginning, middle, end. Even for an issue, you kind of are left like, okay, what's next?
Again, it's like we're kind of like setting up, that Jose Delgado's this, he's a good guy. He's no Superman, but he tries.
He's got some promise. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So should we get to the next one?
Yes, the tragedy in 5 acts.
Yeah, this might be my favorite cover of the 3.
Yes, I love this cover.
Superman catching the bullets.
My phone will load here.
Oh yeah, because that's the act. Yeah, I'm doing a little something different with this one. Yeah, the act in 5 parts. All right, so Adventures of Superman 433, October 1987. Gangwar Part 2, A Tragedy in 5 Acts. Again, we have Marv Wolfman, Jerry Ordway, Inker Bob Smith, colors. Yeah, I think it's same team here. All right, are you guys ready for this big synopsis?
Yes.
All right. Jerry White is sent to jail. Six.
Nice. Well, it's good that did happen.
I guess Superman shows up in this issue
Yeah.
somewhere, but Jerry White sent to prison.
At least that does happen in the issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't say the synopses weren't accurate. That's how they summed up this 5-act story. Jerry White is sent to jail.
Good. It's precise.
Yes.
Jerry goes to jail.
How do you feel about that first page, Tyler, with the classic Superman breaking the chains?
I think it's sweet. He looks like almost like he's like looking down, smiling, laughing. Like it's kind
Yeah,
of funny. But
he does look like he's laughing. Yeah.
So Act 1, Jimmy Olsen's in a convenience store that's being robbed.
Mention that.
I kind of feel like that's like an everyday occurrence.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I just look, guy, you want to rob it? I just want to pay for my stuff and get out of here. Then you can rob it, okay?
He probably thinks it's unusual when it doesn't happen every day.
And again, I mean, are the like the random thugs in the DC universe the stupidest thugs? Because it's like, yeah, Superman can't be everywhere, but I mean, if you pull a crime in Metropolis, there's a good chance this guy Superman's going to catch you.
Yeah, as fast as he moves and the small like what you're doing, yeah, there's a good chance.
Like the same people who work for the Joker.
Yeah, that's just not something I would do.
No. Again, I think we discussed this last time. Yeah, that dental plan can't be that good.
Like,
yeah, last time that's what we said. Yeah, because it's like, yeah, we can almost see working for Lex because it's like, at least with Lex, as long as you stay on his good side, you're probably gonna have job security. The Joker, you could do everything right, and he could still murder you.
Right.
Yeah. Working for Lex is probably like you actually work for a company, pension, healthcare.
Yeah.
Legitimacy.
Yeah.
Even if what you're doing might not be like. But yeah, I'm a store clerk.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta watch. I mean, you don't want to get the Joker angry, but if you do too well, he might think you're trying to overshadow him and still kill you. So it's like,
yeah, or he'd just kill you for the hell of it, just because he wants to try out some new Smilex gas or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So these guys take off on motorcycles, and Jimmy Olsen grabs one and takes off after them.
So good.
Tackles a guy, and of course, who is it? Jerry White.
No, of course.
I mean, forget the rest of these gangs. I mean, if this arc is telling us anything, this Jerry White is his own one-man crime.
Yeah.
Every time Superman turns around, there's Jerry White. Jimmy's fine, so it's Jerry White.
When does he sleep? This dude is always on the move.
You told me to be a hard worker, Dad. This isn't what I had in mind.
Yeah, right.
You didn't tell him what to be hard working at.
I got me a big job with Lex Luthor. But yeah, finally Jimmy uses his signal watch, and Superman comes and swoops up the other ones.
The signal watch is getting a lot of play recently.
It's been used a lot. I hope he's changing those batteries regularly so they don't run out.
I love that. Was this the last guy Superman catches? But Superman just like steps in front of the bike, puts his hand on the front wheel, so the guy just comes flying.
Yeah. That was cute.
So yeah, Superman turns them all in, and then Jimmy calling Lucy Lane
with his signal watch.
So yeah, Jimmy's telling Lucy, yeah, he let Jerry White go free. And then this is so weird because I'm trying to remember if this has happened yet before or not, but I think we get this more than once. Like Clark having dinner with Lois and her family, like her parents,
Yeah.
sister. I'm like, they're not even date. I don't think they're not dating yet. So it's like it's just half the time she's like, "Oh, I still can't forgive you for scooping me on that Superman, that Superman story." It's like, but all of a
Yeah.
sudden he's like having like regular dinners with her and her family.
I guess
He's-
it was meant to convey that they were kind of, even though friends, they had this hostile
guess.
work rivalry. They still were friends deep down. I guess.
That's kind of what I thought too, but it's just been weird.
Yeah. I
It's
forgot
so-
about the sister too. Yeah.
Yeah, Lucy. Yeah,
With her
who later on will be a blonde. I mean, I don't know. She's
with her
not-
80s haircut too, looking like Cyndi Lauper over here.
I mean, Lewis's dad seems kind of almost friendly to Clark here, but wait, man, once they get engaged, he's like, "You ever be in the service, Kent? You can't."
Well, Lois calls him Sam. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Sam, it's almost been civilized. I'll see you soon.
Oh yeah, these two are not on friendly
Yikes.
terms. Here, this one's for Justin. Yeah, yeah, Kent, you milksop. But no, Lois rushes off. To meet Jose.
Who's getting in a fight with none other than Jerry White?
Oh yes, our one-man crime wave, Jerry White.
Yeah. Punches him right in the face, no less.
But no, thinking, he's honest, strong-willed, not bad-looking. Well, why was he live in a slum?
Jerry White needs to come back and actually has like been the secret underground kingpin of Gotham's crime for a long
Yes.
time.
Yeah. Child prodigy.
But there's been so many retcon. There's been, we've had so many crises, and the universe has been destroyed and recreated. I'm like, did Perry White even have a son named Jerry anymore? I don't know.
Depends on who you ask, I guess.
Exactly.
Depends on who's writing it if they want to include it or not.
Exactly. And then, after, spoilers, after Jerry dies, him and Alice adopt Keith, and it's like, we don't mention that anymore. I don't think, do we mention that anymore? I don't think. But again, it's so hard. Modern comics, it's like, again, like I said, DC and Marvel, I don't think they give, they don't do the supporting cast as good as they used to, either side.
They've been working and trying to
They're
rebuild
trying, yeah.
like a supporting cast with Superman. It seems like on and off. That's so.
But just so funny, right after Crisis here, it's like, oh no, Superman's the only Kryptonian, and now fast forward to 2023. Look how big that family is now.
Yeah, it was like 500.
We did a whole episode on it. This was called "The DC is All About Family" and how every character has to have family, and how like currently with Superman, that's what they have is like all these people running around.
Yes, Superman through the Vin Diesel lens. Family.
It's all about family.
It is.
But yeah, Jerry, I gotta go see the boss. And once again, yeah, just I swear, in Adventures more than any other book, we get like Superman getting into like mobsters' faces, just like
grabbing him by the suit coat, lifting him up in the air. What say we chat? He says.
And then I guess Jose asking Lois to like keep Jerry out of the news, and she's like, "No, I can't do that." And Perry White taught me better than that. But then when she says something to Perry, he's just like, he doesn't have a problem with it. And she's just like, she's like, about his principles and everything. And do you still believe everything you told me, or was that just words on our masthead? Truth, justice, integrity.
Well, she does have a point. I mean, regardless of the fact that it's his kid, like he can't just choose to edit that out because it's his son. Like that's not right.
Well, even though she leaves, he's thinking, "Oh, I trained her too well."
Well, yeah.
But yes.
And then we get a glimpse into Jerry's life in prison, and this part made me laugh out loud. I forgot about this. The dude showing them around and says, "Your son will be fine in here, Mr. White. Our inmates are all about his age. Our rehabilitation program is an excellent one. And then the kid goes, "Hey man, why are you lying to them? This place sucks."
Oh yeah, it's like a riot starts breaking out.
I forgot about that part. That made me
What's-
laugh.
What's all the distraction so they can like threaten Jerry, and
Mm,
then Superman just shows up and heat visions their knives.
yeah.
Just that panel there, him standing in the shadows there with the heat vision eyes and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
if he wanted to be like a Batman, he could very,
Totally.
be very scary. That is one of my that's one of my favorite episodes of the Superman animated. When he steps in for Batman. My favorite, when him and Robin are interrogating Penguin, kick over the desk. What? And he's like, just kick over to the desk. And he like puts it through the wall.
Oops.
He must work out.
Oh, that's the best when Bane gets a better a Venom formula, and he thinks, now I'm going to crush Batman, but it's gonna be Superman.
Bad luck, Bane.
Exactly. So Superman helps stop this riot, and Jerry still don't want to talk. So, hey, new meat, we got our eye on you.
Yeah, you got a pretty mouth, Jerry.
Whoa.
Things just got dark and scary.
Yeah, well, it's prison,
You got a pretty mouth. Howdy, y'all. Superman offers to talk to Perry. He's like, no, he's like, I just gotta be alone. He's like, my son's in prison. Will I ever see him again? Then thinking about how Lois had to run the story. But yeah, Jerry's still. They're still. I'm like, why are they beating Jerry? Didn't he say he's not going to talk? But they're still like beating on him. Like, yeah, you better not talk. He's like, I'm not talking.
They had to get the point across, I guess.
Yes.
Let him know that they were really serious.
Yeah, because Jose comes to see him after a beating, and he's like, "What happened? My God!" He's like black eyes and everything, all bruised up. He's like, slipped in the shower. Or the guard's like, "Slipped in the shower, right?" Yeah.
I gotta talk about Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm. So then Act 4, when Lex is holding this big oh no, it's the dedication for the new arena or whatever. And Jose just gets up and goes, "Luthor, you're a liar."
I love this. This was actually, this issue was my introduction to Jose. I had missed the issue before this. And so when I read this and he's standing up, "Luthor, you're a liar," I was like, who is this dude just hollering at Lex? I love this. This made me a fan of Jose right off the bat.
Yeah. I think this whole thing's being televised. So he's like, "You had an innocent teenager nearly beaten to death. You're recruiting teen gangs for who knows what purpose."
Yeah.
And Clark's just sitting at home watching on TV.
Yeah.
It's like, Jose took a big risk, but he needs help. This is a job for Superman.
Yeah, because the Luthor's goons shoot him right in the parking garage.
Oh yeah, because they take him out. They're about to beat him, but he kind of they short. Was that in the shoulder or whatever? Yeah,
the shoulder. Yeah.
But yeah, Superman shows up. He's like, "I'm all right. Get them hoods." I love Superman. I mean, he can solve him any number of ways. Just rips out that beam and just like javelins their car. Here's the car.
It's true.
Very nice.
I love the goons. What should I do? Should I shoot? Superman, sure. Go ahead. Make your day.
Make your day. Yeah.
So Jose is gonna be fine, and then at the end we see Lex in Project Synapse, where basically trying to create agents with
super soldier.
Yes. But only some of them survive the process. Most of them don't live too long.
Imagine that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the success rate is only 1 out of 100. He says, "We can manufacture a warrior as strong as Superman, but only for 10 minutes." No, 1 out of 10 is unacceptable. 1 out of 100 is unacceptable. Next time, try for 5. So he doesn't care that he's killing 100 guys. He just wants
Well,
better results.
Yeah. He doesn't even consider them as people anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he wants these street gangs. But yeah, because this woman brings Jerry to his attention, and of course he's like, you know.
Mm.
All right, so yeah, that's that issue. So yeah, thoughts on this one, gentlemen?
This is a good one. I liked the whole 5-act thing. I thought it was a
I
nice
thought it was
little.
neat. I thought
Yeah.
it was like a cool like exercise in writing.
Yeah. This is something different.
Yeah, you kind of get from 5 different perspectives in this issue. Yeah. But yeah, the whole again, it's like I mean, I know we did the circle stuff and stuff, but it seems like Marv is really trying to keep this like more street level than like even Byrne was doing.
It seemed that way, yeah. But that was a nice change too from what was going on in the other books.
Oh yeah.
Nice little different side of what Superman was doing.
All right, are we ready for the next one?
Yep.
All right, Adventures of Superman 434, Gangwar Part 3, Shambles, from November 1987. I think we got a new inker, Jose Marzan Jr.
Mm.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 8-word synopsis this time.
Okay.
Not 8
Sweet.
sentences, 8 words. Jose becomes Gangbuster to stop the gang war.
Okay.
This
Also
is,
accurate.
Yes.
this is not a summary that just told you exactly everything. I mean that sums it up.
Yeah.
I love like at least 2. Or was it all these synopses? It's like, does Superman show up? All right, so
That's so funny.
yeah, so this one opens with Superman saving a guy from this gang and throwing this burning car into the river. He saves the night watchman at Lex. He's like at LexCorp. Yeah, I stole my keys and my ID. It was Jose. That's right, Jose stole them. He's putting himself together a little outfit. 4 trips to the gun store and survival shops. 1 trip to the costume shop. Because we see the vest come in. We see his nunchucks.
Yeah. He's putting it together.
He even has his own logo.
Yeah. Love it.
Putting you got to market that stuff.
Yeah.
You understood branding?
Anti-fist man. Then Alice and Perry go to see Jerry in jail. Oh no, he is getting freed. Yeah, he's out on bail.
Yeah.
And because the warden's like, oh, the planet is a wonderful paper. Your solid record helped convince us to release your son.
That's how it works.
Well, yeah.
Basically, it was don't write any bad stories about us cops. We'll let your kid out.
Well, I think they see that Perry's an honorable man because I mean, again, the story even ran in the planet about Jerry, so it's like. But yeah, Perry has an 8:00 meeting at the planet. Jerry, yeah, always work. Oh yeah, and we kind of get a call back to World of Metropolis when he tells Jerry, he's like, when I was old enough, I enlisted in the service. That was my escape.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But he even says we had gangs back then, but then we fought with bricks, not guns. I'm like, oh yeah, brick to the head, a lot better.
Yeah, that's a lot safer. Yeah, mild concussion. I love too how Lois snaps at Clark when when he brings up her and Jose going on a date.
Oh
Since you two
yeah.
seem to be an item, and then she whips right around and grabs him by the tie. It's like, forget.
Oh yeah, because between that and he was sitting there talking to Cat Grant, she's like, "I don't keep tabs on you and that cat tramp."
Yeah. Yeesh.
So I wonder if Marv was like writing like a if the next writer wasn't going to pick up Cat because she's talking about maybe moving to New York.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right. There's still the subplot with her kid. Yeah.
at
right.
least I mean that is nice. So if the next person doesn't want to pick up Cat as a supporting character, it's like he's already building
Right.
a story point. Yeah.
I mean, he knows what's up.
Mm. She's asking Clark if he wants to move. He's like, no, I belong in Metropolis. Mm. So yeah, when Perry's talking to Clark and Lois, yeah, close. Like, yeah, all my sources say it's Luthor. When Perry's like, what's he gained from Gangwar?
Mm. Yeah, they don't understand what his possible motivation could be for funding this.
Mm-hmm. That's when Lois flips out on Clark. Jose is business and only business. And then Lex is all mad because the lab's been trashed.
Yeah, I wonder who could have done that.
Yes, well, he he finds out it was the night watchman who got his keys and stuff stolen.
So he orders his goons to go take the night watchman and beat the hell out of him.
I know, he gives him a name and then he's like, okay, good, okay, hurt him.
Yeah.
Literally says hurt him. Who could have set me up? Superman? No, he hasn't the brains to devise such a plan. His methods are direct and always physical. That is his big weakness in this era, is he's underestimating Superman at this point.
Mm-hmm.
When Superman shows up.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, Superman has to be careful now because he's. I mean, we really don't call it out in this story, but he's still sporting that ring.
Yes, that was another mistake that Lex made early on.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
find out that's gonna be a big mistake. Uh-huh.
Yep.
But yeah, he wants all the information on Jose Delgado, of course, who verbally accosted me in my press conference. But yeah, and then we finally see Jose as Gangbuster finally.
Yeah, love that when he bursts right through the window. Tonight, Gangbuster lives.
Yeah, I love when these characters talk in logos. Yes,
That's right.
That's the Max miniseries we're missing, Gangbuster.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, you could do so much with that, and again, he's not, if you weren't reading comics in the 80s or 90s, he's not like a household name. So
Right. But he did still have enough appearances where there's enough of a backstory behind him. He can build off that.
I mean, hey, if Peacemaker can have a series, I mean, why not?
Absolutely.
I'm here for information, punks, and unlike Superman, if I have to break bones to get it, I will.
And he does too. He breaks the guy's arm, but then afterwards, this is what I love too.
Oh yeah,
another thing that made me a fan was that it showed the after effects. Like he goes up on the rooftop and he goes in the corner and barfs because, like the adrenaline kind of wears off.
Just the use of violence and the threat of violence. Yeah,
it made it seem like, rather than a Bruce Wayne type of character, this is just like a normal dude who's just trying to do right. And I really liked that whole sequence. Even made me even more of a fan of this character. I thought it was great.
I mean, yeah, because he even thinks to himself, makes me sick. How does Batman stand doing that?
Right.
I feel dirty.
Yeah.
Batman, my favorite character.
Oh, don't worry. Eventually, he's a Gangbuster will meet Batman.
Yes.
Dark Knight over Metropolis.
That's good too. I love that one.
Oh yeah, I love. We get the old classic, duck into the storage closet.
Yes.
Superman.
taking the glasses off and getting ready.
That's how I do it at work.
I know you do. He's like, I'll be back. I hear a donut shop calling my name. Get back around. But yeah, so Superman goes to Jose's place, but he's not there, but he finds the LexCorp ID badge. So he figures out what Jose's up to. Oh man, look at it. Oh. See, we don't look at stuff like this anymore. What's this? What's that punk's button on his
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a bright green mohawk. Remember I said it's either magenta or bright green.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that yellow?
I think it's looking yellow here, but I don't know if it was always yellow. But yeah, right in that panel it's looking yellow. But yeah, it looks like a Spider-Man pin.
That's so funny. I love it.
I know. They weren't afraid to do that back in the day. And then I think, wasn't it like around the time that first Michael Keaton movie came out? I mean, you'd see little bat symbols, and I swear McFarlane snuck a bat symbol or two in this.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
Now it's too much brand control.
Oh yeah, DC and Warner's. Yeah, that's no.
Yeah. That type of stuff gets you a lawsuit nowadays.
Mm-hmm. So, well, that's what I saw somebody saying somewhere. That's what they need. That's what we need to like revitalize the business again. Is we need another DC Marvel crossover again.
I agree.
Like our Marvel versus DC back in the 90s.
With a great JLA versus Avengers that you and I will cover not too long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We need something like that again.
Again, people still tout that art of Superman picking up Thor's hammer.
Yeah. It's legendary.
So yeah, Jose sees the Lex's people are arming the gang.
You got to admire him. He sees all those machine guns, like this arsenal of weaponry, and just dives right in there and attacks them head on.
Yeah, see, my DC app's acting weird now too, because it's like I got to like that page and then it like started over the issue, so I have to like scroll back to where it was at.
Yeah, it's been acting a little wonky lately.
Every so often, it's either something like that or you'll get the Alfred page. Yeah,
The Alfred page.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know why this is.
Yeah.
Then Superman shows up and helps Jose out. Rips the trailer off the back of that truck.
Yeah.
And all those hoods. And then they got a sniper on the roof, but Jerry White.
Yeah, he actually does some good.
Remember, kids, he's everywhere this summer.
Yeah.
Takes out the sniper before he shoots Jose.
Knocks him out.
He needs to come back as his own superhero. Gangbinder.
Oh, it's gonna be Gangbuster's sidekick.
Yes, he needs the sidekick. And they already know each other, so it's perfect.
Hoodlum boy. But yeah, then the cops show up, and Superman tells Inspector Henderson to let Gangbuster go because he helped take these guys down.
Yeah.
So yeah, Superman goes to get the sniper, but he's not saying anything because we all know who he's working for.
Yeah. So instead, they get the guy Jay Falk is implicated instead. He takes the fall.
Yep. Because Lex is all smiling at the end because the woman who works for him is like, won't he implicate? He was like, no. He's like, Falk knows I will arrange his parole next year. He knows I supplied his family with everything. Their money was laundered through my banks. Falk owes me too much. He'll keep silent. So yeah, I'm going to let him sit in jail for a year.
Yeah. And he's got people inside in prison, so if he talks in prison, he's in trouble.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
But Superman leaves him a little message on his computer, on his
Yeah, this is kind of weird. I'm like, Superman usually doesn't go so vigilante, does he? Because because Lex gets this message. Basically, the computer banks have been wiped clean.
The battle is over, but the fight has just begun. S.
I guess he just wanted to show up Lex and be like, I'm only physical, huh? Okay.
I see. I can work a computer, Lex.
But I'm like,
we get the great him waving his fist at the end.
yeah.
But you're right, Superman. The war has just begun, and before it is over, I will see you burn in hell.
I mean, Clark is smart, but I'm like, at this point, I mean, he really doesn't have Kryptonian technology. I'm like, how is he? I mean, you would think Lex would have some pretty state of the art virus protection.
You would think.
Unless, I mean, they should have just threw in the line, oh, you know, Professor Hamilton helped them out or something. Or
True. Or maybe Lois showed him a few pointers in hacking.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's just the old, hopefully Perry White's family can heal and all this.
Well, for a little while anyway.
Oh, I don't think we didn't even mention, Lois basically, you know, meeting Jose at one point for dinner, and you know he thinks it's a date. She's like, no, it's just business.
Mm-hmm. Poor Jose. He had his hopes up.
Yeah. Although I don't know if that whole scene with Clark kind of set her off too. So. All right, thoughts on these gentlemen, Tyler?
It was good. I mean, it was enjoyable. I like, you know, the 3-issue arc of a new character that came on and came out. So it's nice to see some growth and just like at this time expanding the characters. And like you were saying about like just being able to have something new and do something with a new character. It's all good.
That's right. It's all good. All right, Justin.
Well, I love Gangbuster. You guys already said I really like the character. I like the fact that we had a street level vigilante or street level hero in Metropolis that could do the street level stuff that Superman couldn't do because he was handling bigger things at the time. I like that because in a city as big as Metropolis, you would have a ton of street level things to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And even someone like Superman would be hard pressed to keep up with that. So it made sense to me. It's like, yeah, when I saw like Guardian and all the heroes with Star Labs and Gangbuster, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. That there's more than just Superman and Metropolis keeping watch over this.
Oh yeah, I mean it makes sense. Again, that's what I said in the '90s. They like built up like such a big like supporting cast for Superman, and then it just kind of let it go.
Yeah, I really enjoyed these, and I like in all 3 issues we had a different inker for each of these issues tonight. So even though the art was the same artist, each issue had a different feel to it, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
All right. Anything else? Because I know, yes, the king of podcasting has another show to do.
I think that's about it. Yeah.
Again, Justin, don't let success get to your head. Look what it did to Ray. Now he's a drawing back mini Marvel snap.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for this month. Next, so in February, we're going to cover. All right, week 1, Adventures of Superman Annual 1 and Action Comics 592 and 593. The controversial Superman and Big Barda make porn.
Yes.
All
Very
right.
controversial.
Yes.
We're going to have a in-depth conversation about morals and ethics and what the were they thinking?
Yeah.
It's John Byrne. John Byrne. That's all I got to say. John Byrne.
Yeah. That'll sum it all up.
And then week 2, we're going to cover Superman number 11, featuring the first post-crisis appearance of Mr. Mxyzptlk.
That's going to be fun.
And Action Comics Annual 1, which we're going to have a discussion about. I have the floppy, but I don't think Action Comics Annual's not on the app. The Adventures of Superman Annual's on there, but I don't think the Action Comics Annual's on there, which surprises me because I believe that Action Comics one is a with special guest star
Batman, my favorite character.
So I'm like, wouldn't that be one of the first ones they put up there?
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah.
The kids love the Batman.
Batman, my favorite character.
And that's the one with vampires, right?
I think so. Yeah.
It's the vampire story, I think, too. Yeah.
So, Yeah, we'll have to. If everyone doesn't have that issue, we'll have to figure that out.
I think I have that one. Yeah, I've got that one.
Okay. Oh, Tyler, do you have it, or did I just figure out your birthday present?
Well, I don't think I have it. So
Oh, all right.
That might have to be a birthday present. All right. So yes, kids, send us your again for all of our shows. Send us your feedback. You may receive a prize. So
That's right. A special prize might be yours.
got the prize. The prize is here. I don't know if I have anything Superman related, but there are prizes, kids. So yes, send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-Capes. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. For God's sake, get a t-shirt or a phone case or
Yes.
and of course
Still in time for Christmas.
yes, or hell, people's birthdays, graduation parties. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, find and the Patreon again. Help us support this whole thing. And again, you never know what you're gonna get on the Patreon. Random nonsense with Lilith. Tyler and I did a movie review not too long ago. It's all up there. And again, I make this promise: subscribe in 2024 because Lilith Hellfire will be
More vicious and brutal than ever.
all right. So yes, so find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right. And if you want a more well-rounded version of all things Superman, Tyler, where can people find the Krypton Report?
find the Krypton Report wherever podcasts are. It's a good fun time to discuss DC when I'm not exhausted from a long day of work.
Yes, and the stuff does weigh heavy on him because
I'm tired of knowing everything.
Mm-hmm.
he knows
It is a burden.
All right, the new king of podcasting, Mr. Justin the Owl. He's here twice a month with us. He is also on Marvel Tales every week with me, talking something new Marvel every week. We did a whole January is all Defenduary with
Defenduary.
Uh-huh. And again, catch him at the last week of every month. Now we're joined by Russell on We Are the Night, the Batman podcast. At the end of every month, we just started the Azrael ongoing series, so check that out. And of course, once a month, also me, him, and Russell covering the new Transformers and GI Joe stuff from the Energon universe over at Image Comics. So, but where else can the people find you, King?
If that's not enough of me, you can also find me at Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is, where Russell and I talk about the Incredible Hulk and She-Hulk 3 times a month now. And we're joined by Ray and Sparky over on Predator and Prey, the Yucha podcast, where we talk about Fox's Predator twice a month. Gone the Form of Man, the Etrigan podcast, is once a month, and Russell and I talk about DC's Demon. And the Lost Library of Legends is still going, and this month I'm doing an issue spotlight on a series from 1991 from Impact Comics.
Ooh.
Wow.
I'm going to eat this up with a fork and spoon. Ooh, hold on, let me grab a handful of this. I love it.
I would need to find more Impact because I got one not too long ago when I was back issue hunting. Was it the Comet?
Oh, the Comet, yeah.
Yeah, it was like issue 2 or something. I'm like,
yeah, those are great. Yeah.
Anytime I saw those ads, and then I just like, I want to read this stuff, but
Yeah.
they're hard to track down.
They are a little bit hard, but they're worth it.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. I'm back in February. Again, Adventures of Superman Annual 1, Action Comics 592 and 593, and then in week 2, Superman 11 and Action Comics Annual number 1. Until then, you'll get more nightly news, so.
True.
We'll meet more characters. We met Gangbuster this week. We'll meet more characters in the coming weeks. All right, kids. Come back next time. Remember, keep an eye on your kids. Look up Paul prey to bad influences.
Keep your eye on your kids. The owl
Luther,
is out.
Olsen.